Well, that means one thing, and that is that motor's got to come back out again. And it's going to be nasty.
Sailboat in the moonlight and June. Wouldn't that be heaven? Oh, heaven just for two. A soft breeze on a June night and what a perfect setting for letting dreams come true.
Well, the hull's been sanded and prepped. Now all that's left to do is tape it out and give it a good cleaning before we put some paint on it. We're so excited to finally see what this new color is going to look like on Windover's hull. The paint we've chosen for this job is Epiphanes polyurethane. This is a high-quality two-part yacht paint that'll leave us a very durable high-gloss finish. By choosing a cool, windless day, we extend the amount of time we are able to work the paint before it finally dries. I'm here with my team. There's Martin Smit here. Martin, say hello.
Hello.
Martin's from 7th Town. He's done some music for us. Just look back in some of our videos. I'll put a little note up top here where you can hear his fantastic band play. Martin, thank you so much for helping us. My pleasure. And Deb's over in the background there. Hey, hon. Deb was the mixeroonie today. She did mixed all the paint for us. And there is Windover. Look at that. I'll get my ugly mug out of it. Look at her. That's just the first coat, so after we get the second coat on her, she's going to be really sweet. Look at that. Beautiful.
Oh, look at this. There's a fuzzy.
There's a fuzzy.
They're all starting to come
well,
out. I think, you know what, you've got enough on the surface that it's going to just...
It's just, yeah, it'll just bounce off. So, gonna look good. Can't wait to see her in the water. Well, I'm back on board again. It's a lovely warm day. Just getting my hatches opened up here because I've got a little bit of work to do down below. That windlass I worked on in an earlier episode is driving me crazy, and I spoke to a mechanic about it, and he was pretty confident that the solenoids were not making contact, even though they were making a sound. When I clicked on them, he didn't feel that we were getting the right voltage. So I had a look at them, and it appears that they've been pretty wet at some point in their life, and they've actually gotten quite rusty. So I suppose it can't hurt to change them out. So I'm going to try that and see if we can't get this beast to run, and then we have a little surprise we can share with you after that. So get some ventilation in here, and there we go. These are just lovely fans, by the way. You can put them in so many different directions, and up and down. And yeah, just don't put your fingers in them. Okay, so this is what a solenoid looks like here. These are Cole Hershey style solenoids, 85 amp. And these are the ones apparently that are commonly used with the Ideal windlass. They look just the same as the ones I've got, so anyway, we're going to see if we can't get those installed and then give her a whirl. So Stand by. I'm going to throw some life jackets in the anchor locker so I can actually sit in there. So first I'll put this sheet down so they don't get dirty. There we go. Buckle side down. Create a nice comfy seat there for myself. Okay, you're coming with me, so come on in here. I know it might be a little dark, but well, put you up here out of the way. There. Everybody got a good line of sight there? This is what I'm wanting to change. I can see these have been getting wet over the years, so hopefully we can repair those. Well, I do have two new ones. Right here, and you can see they are identical. So, first things first. It's a little tricky with the tools here because if I drop them, they will go into the nether reaches. Well, that was a hot one. So, only one thing left to do. Turn the windlass on. And there's a main breaker for these windlasses down here. So, that's right here. So it's live. Let's go see if it works. Oh, I hope it does. Nope. Nope. Well, that means one thing, and that is that motor's got to come back out again. And it's going to be nasty. Okay, now that we're confident that the solenoids were not the issue, because it's doing exactly the same thing, and I'm confident the wiring is not the issue because I've done everything by the book, it only leaves me one thing, and that is that this gearbox was not reassembled correctly, and it's very likely that it is going to be in need of removal. So what we have to do is drop it down. Now I put a prop up top so that when the time comes for it to fall, it will not fall on my head, hopefully. I'll have my hands up there, but it will fall down on the windlass drum that I put underneath the edge of it there. That's all theoretical, mind you. Oh, dropped the lock washer. Okay. I'm going to create a little landing area for this thing because it is going to fall. I don't want it to bounce. It'll just land nicely on that bed of life jackets there. Nothing really to break, so let's go see what that looks like. Let's go get it before all the oil leaks out. Oh, land it nicely. Okay. We got it. Well, the kind folks over at Lee Alternator and Starter put our motor back on the workbench again, and it worked perfectly. The mystery continues. It's nice to get out of the hot box for a minute. I think the problem here is that the piece of wood that I've created doesn't need this extra here. It's kind of teetering on the hull a little bit. It's creating pressure on the bolts on one side, and it spreads them apart so they don't fit with the windlass. So we're going to try that, and then we're going to do a bit of screaming, and then we'll try something different. This should work. Here we go. Okay, so we trimmed this board, and now we're going to go one more time, up and in. I'm back with a plan. Give it a shiver. There we go. Looks like my little plan worked. I've got bolts sticking out 3 different holes here. Okay, let's go see if this thing works. did not work. Well, after several days of work, I've finally gone systematically through the entire boat in order to figure out why that windlass wasn't working. It was a source of endless frustration because I'm not an electrical guy, first of all. Second of all, because no matter who or what I threw at it, it just didn't seem to work. So a couple of things we did, and first of all, we took a break, which I think if you're working on something and it's frustrating you, go away for a little while. Just take a break and take a breather and think about what you're doing. Google is your friend. Go online, which we did. We got a manual that walked us through step-by-step troubleshooting. But first of all, I started at the source of power, at the battery. And this morning I came in, I cleaned the battery terminals really well. I connected all the wires again, checked fitting by fitting by fitting, all the way through the system, until I came to this unit. Now, somewhere along the line, it stopped working. And the light hadn't worked in years, so it wasn't telling me that there was power there, or there wasn't power there, really. So when I took this off, what I did was I took the in and out wire, the two wires that went into it, both positive, and I connected them together, and it works like a charm. So I don't have a fuse right now in that system, so I won't leave it that way. I will buy another windlass controller, not controller, but a windlass shutoff with a fused or a breaker, a fused link or a breaker. And or we'll repair this one. Perhaps I can repair this one. I'll try that first because it's pretty. And well, it works. So now we have a little surprise to share with you. And so let's go up, we'll assemble that windlass, and then we'll show you something that arrived in the mail the other day. Okay. Oops. Oops. Well, looks like I've got a couple wrenches down there that'll need rescuing.
Talk to me.